Ready? Go! What's going on, everybody? So I haven't recorded anything. Let me turn the radio. So I gotta be honest with you. I've been lazy about recording with the GoPro and recording anything for YouTube. All my stuff has been going to Instagram Live, Facebook. So I really haven't actually. This is the first part I'm doing for YouTube. So behind me is my good friend, Mr. Larry, aka Average Porsche File on Instagram. And we are in Montana. We are making our way to Billings, Montana. We left Portland yesterday, and we stayed the night in Missoula, Montana. And now we had lunch in Bozeman, and we're on the way to Billings. And we should be there actually relatively quickly. The speed limit right now is 80, so we're doing a little bit faster than that. Not too much, not enough to get in trouble. And we're just having a good. It's a beautiful day. Traffic is light. We're just enjoying the rides. Perfectly sunny. My only concern for this trip is that there's a lot of snow on the mountains. So if you guys can see that out there. So there's a lot of snow on all the high elevations. So tomorrow is the official start of the Spring Tour 2022. Oh God, I don't even know what year it is. 2022 is the Spring Tour starts tomorrow. And that's where we're going to meet Auto Amateur, Chris Bacar, a couple other guys that I don't know. My friend that I met, which is actually not an Amateur's friend, but we became friends when I did the cross-country Tail of the Dragon trip. Michael, he's coming from Alabama, I believe, or Mississippi. I'm sorry, Michael, if I got that wrong. But Michael's Meats and Motors. He's going to be there. He's going to meet us in Denver, though. So that'll be fun to run into him again. He's got the silver 996 with the Martini livery. It's a beautiful car. Beautiful car. So him and I are going to meet. The group and myself and Larry are going to get to meet Larry. Larry's my friend from Portland. He's my Porsche buddy. He's a guy I hang out with most weekends, and we do things all the time. For the Puerto Rican Pelon show, that's me and Larry. But right now we're just cruising. See if you guys can see him. I don't know if you can see him behind me. See him back there? I'm going a little faster than he is, but he's keeping up with us. But this is what we're looking at right now. This is what we're doing. Leo the Shih Tzu's with me. He's taking a nap. He takes turns. He'll when he gets cold, he'll crawl up on me, or he'll crawl in his bed over here, or he's made a nice little nest behind me in the rear seat. He's taken his jacket and my jackets and turned them into a little donut, basically, and he goes back there and takes a nap. He goes back there for an hour or two and naps it out, which is good. So unfortunately, one of the guys that I wanted to go on the trip with us, Mr. Jay Reed, he sold. If you guys have been watching him, keeping up with his channel, he sold his 996, beautiful car, and kudos to him for stuff. He made some money on it. There's more new people coming that I haven't met, and who haven't met me. So that's wonderful. Get to meet new people. So this is what this is about. The cars are fun. driving the cars, going on these adventures, having a blast. That's the fun part. The cars are just are your vehicle, basically, literally and metaphorically. Your car is your medium. But what this is really about is just people meeting people enjoying adventures and travels and having experiences, you know. And you know, it's different people from different walks of life, from different backgrounds, but we all have one thing in common. We love these cars, and we love to travel, and we love to go on these road trips and adventure. And that's what it's really about. So I'm going to put this camera away. I'm going to pay attention to driving because I'm going a little bit fast, and we will link back up once we get to Billings, Montana. All right, catch you later. So we are in Billings, Montana. We're getting the car washed to get all the bugs and brake dust and road grime and everything off the car. Leo, what do you think? Good talk, Leo, good talk. So this is where we're gonna spend the night. And we're here probably about 3 hours before the other guys, which is great because then we can relax. Oh, seal up like it's now being attached to my vehicle. Very nice, very nice. It's been a good trip so far. So far, no incidents, no accidents, no speeding tickets. Everything's been good. We're behaving, we're driving like adults. And you know, as the speed limit goes up, so does our speed, but we're being responsible. We're not being idiots.
The next day. You know, I'm not a morning person, but good morning.
Good morning.
Is everybody here?
That's a pretty t-shirt you're wearing.
You like that? 9F. You got anything to say to the public? This is gonna go on YouTube right now.
My public or yours?
Who cares? I'm not a morning person. Good morning. We're in Billings, Montana, and the gang is all here. We've got up some 991s, 997, 993 convertible, beautiful. A couple of 996s, and a 991 turbo. So it's gonna be a fun day. We're about to take off here. I think it's 8 a.m. We're gonna take off and head south, back roads into Wyoming, and then climb up some really twisty roads and have a good time. We're gonna get lunch in Casper and then head on down to Boulder. Looking forward to it. We have Auto Amateur, James, say hi.
Morning, sir.
Kelly, Chris, Porsche file. I almost said the wrong thing. We've got Todd and Duke, and of course me, Alberto B. So I'm gonna hit the road and catch you later.
This is awesome. This is freaking awesome. We are at 9,000 feet. We just went from Great Bull, Wyoming, and we're going towards Sheridan, Wyoming. And we're going to Dayton, but the route to Sheridan. And then we'll hop on towards Casper. But we're up here at elevation. It's snowy. The roads are clean. The roads are beautiful. And we have 7 Porsche 911s from all different generations. And my best friend Leo. He's too busy looking outside. So it's phenomenal. What a drive. Even if the rest of this is boring, which I hope it's not, this little section we've done, totally worth it today. Totally worth it. And we're cruising. We're cruising really nice. Look at this. Look at this. Absolutely beautiful. day. I don't even know what day it is. It's the third day, fourth day, whatever. So Larry and I had to split off from the group, unfortunately. There's Larry behind me. If you guys have been watching the weather, by the time you watch this video, it's probably already happened. But so there's a winter storm advisory for Colorado. Yeah, they're gonna get snow, a lot of it, and today is all wind gusts. And today it's forecast supposed to be 90 in Denver. Tomorrow high is 45. That's a huge difference. You could probably hear the wind right now. Yeah, it's pretty windy. I got all the windows closed, all the doors. It's gusting pretty damn hard. But we're on I-70. We've crossed from Boulder, where we stayed, through Colorado. All right. Every time I've tried to record this portion, I keep getting interrupted with a phone call or something else, or you pull over. So what was I saying before? I don't even remember what I was saying, so I'm just gonna wing it. So the winter storm that's coming, and it's gonna dump a bunch of snow and ice and rain in Colorado and parts of Wyoming. So that's the main reason. That's the reason why we all split off today. And right now we've already made the eastern part of Colorado. You can see there's the Rocky Mountains are behind us. They're gone. We're still about 7,000 feet elevation, but we're past Rocky Mountains. But one thing we do have is a ton of wind. This was predicted, though. Part of the weather system that's coming is going to bring with it a lot of wind. So that's what we're dealing with right now. Yeah, we love making noises at parking garages. This is the road Larry calls the Unicorn Highway. It is the best road in Colorado. It was a little bumpy, but there was nobody on it. It was just me and Larry for over an hour and a half, probably over 100 miles of just beautiful scenery. One curve after another curve, nothing but ranches and mountains. Just magnificent.
Later.
See this crap? See this? Alright, I'm going to freeze frame it right here. So we were following Google, and Google told us this was the most direct route to Rock Springs. What it failed to tell us was this was a freaking dirt road. What we also didn't know is that when we got off that Unicorn Road, we were right next to US 40. We could have turned left or right, got on US 40, took us to US 191 straight into Jackson. Instead, we went off-roading.
not on purpose. Luckily, we both had all-wheel drive and we still had a blast. So it was fun.
Good morning. So, first of all, sorry I had my camera in narrow view, so it was so close to my face. Today is Friday, so I figured out what day I'm on. I'm on day 5, because we left on Monday, so today's Friday. And we are going north from Jackson, but we're gonna do a loop. We're gonna go around the Grand Teton Loop, and this is what we're gonna see, but even closer. That is the Grand Tetons in Wyoming. So we're going to go into Grand Teton National Park, and we're going to come back down close to those mountains, and we'll do some little GoPro 360 footage. Today we're going to do our damnedest to stay on paved roads. No more off-road adventures. We've already looked at our route for today. We've zoomed in and made sure that the roads are paved with asphalt, so that Google does not send us on another crazy wild goose chase off-roading, which was a hell of a fun, but made our day so long. We got to the hotel at 9 p.m. when we should have been there at 7 p.m. And God, we were just beat. We were so beat. But it was, and not to mention the vibrations that the car took, and the physical beating the cars took riding off-road in those ruts and really rough. Even the paved sections that were really rough because they weren't U.S. highways. It was challenging, to say the least. My body was sore. The car was aching. If I didn't have something loose, it's probably loose now. So when we get home, we're gonna have to put this on a lift and check everything out. Not to mention clean the living crap out of it, especially on the other side. So we're setting off. We were going to go through Yellowstone, but we're going to do the Grand Teton Loop and then head towards Idaho instead. We could go through Yellowstone. It has snowed overnight, but most of the snow has stayed east of us, and the roads are clean. But if we go through Yellowstone, we're just going to make a very long day of it, and I don't want to do that because we've done now 3 long days so far, you know. Actually, yeah, 3 long days. The first day was long. The second day was a shorter day because we only went from Missoula to Billings. Billings down to Boulder, Colorado, just outside Denver. That was a very long day. It was almost all freeway except for the beautiful, beautiful, magnificent US 14. Love that road. So besides that, it was interstate the whole way. It was high speed limits, but it was also gusty. Yesterday was just crazy. So let me tell you about yesterday. Yesterday was like the damn Grand Tour. And actually, I probably voiced over the stuff anyways. So yesterday, the day started in Boulder, Colorado at 80-some degrees. Actually, it got close to 90. And even when we stopped at Vail, it was still like 78. And very nice, sunny, beautiful. It was gusty as hell. The wind was gusting to like 50 miles an hour. So that was a challenge when you're on the interstate and you're doing 80, and the wind is gusting, trying to blow you off the road. That was, a couple times we just slowed down because we're getting pushed around so much. Then we left there, went through Rifle, temperature started going down a little bit, but once we crossed the weather front, it dropped. It went from 60s and 70s to 40s and 30s. And I remember we stopped to get gas right where 190 US 191 meets I-40. It was snowing. We started the morning, it was 80, almost 90 degrees, and I was in shorts and a t-shirt. And about 6-7 hours later, it was 34, 32 degrees, and I was jeans and my Columbia winter jacket with a skull cap. It's crazy. We drove interstate roads, back roads, off roads, county roads, dirt roads, snowy roads, hot and cold, wet and dry, all in the same day. Just a complete grand tour spectacle. Cars got filthy, they got snowed on, they got rained on, they had dirt on them, they had rocks in them, clay. So the one road that was just totally worth the whole day. We hit, I want to say it was 113, Colorado 113. It's a county road. It's a road that goes through for, I guess it's a road that, so to get to ranches, and there's nothing out there but giant ranches, and there was nobody on the road. It was unbelievable. Larry and myself had that road to ourselves for over 100 miles. There was no other cars, just two black 911 Carrera 4S's. You could go as fast or as slow as you want. You could drive at any speed you wanted. The road was bumpy, I will say that. So you really couldn't go as fast, max speed, absolutely not. And it's dangerous. You shouldn't do that anyways. But it was magnificent. Just one curve after another curve, and we had a good pace. Nothing ridiculous, but you weren't going slow. Spirited driving for, God, almost 2 hours of just Larry and me. We owned the road. The only thing we saw out there on that road was wildlife. There were some deer. There was some little, what are they, chipmunks, I think they are. One chipmunk, poor guy. He ran towards my car, and I thought I hit him. Luckily, I went around him. He hit the bottom of the car because I heard him hit the bottom of the car. And then Larry saw him get out and go running. So, sorry, Alvin. I'm sure he had a massive headache after hitting the bottom of my car. Poor guy. But thank God I didn't run him over. I would have felt really bad running over a cute little chipmunk. Yeah, it was a glorious day. But the thing is, when we got off that road, we connected to another U.S. highway, and that's where we should have stopped and zoomed in the map and made sure we were staying on paved roads. And we didn't. We just followed what Google told us, and we got on a really rough, bumpy road that was paved, and then the pavement ended. And then we were like, oh crap. And then we're driving through cow farms. And there was cows everywhere. There was cows in the road, cows on the side of the road. Farmers, I guess they were farmers, I don't know. They were in the little Kawasaki style ATV thing. They came by us, and they looked at us like we were crazy going off road. Of course, we passed them once we hit paved road again. And then when we hit paved road, we were like, yay, great. And then the road ended again. So we went off-roading like 3 times, completely unintentional. But it was a hell of an adventure. Oh my God, was it? It's some of the sights we got and the pictures we got and the views. When you climb up a mountain and you look at the valley down below, oh, it was worth it. It was totally worth it. It was a hell of an experience. It was stressful. It was nerve-wracking, but it was, and a hell of a detour. But God, was it worth it. Totally, totally worth it. If not for anything other than that one road that we got to do by ourselves with nobody else on it. It's almost like I said, all right, you guys do what you want. It was just phenomenal. We actually, because of that detour, we actually crossed into Utah for a little while. We went from Colorado into Utah and then back into Wyoming. So fun times, fun times. Today, we're going to try to avoid that. Today, we've already looked at all the map and routings, and we're going to stay on U.S. highways as much as possible. We are not going to take any back. We're not going to take too many back roads. There's a mountain pass we want to take that goes east, or I'm sorry, goes west. There's a mountain pass that goes from Jackson west into, I believe, Victor, and connects you to Idaho. Well, that mountain pass has snow and icy spots as of a few hours ago with the latest weather report or road conditions. So we're hoping that when we finish this loop, that will have cleared up enough, or at least the road will be dry, that Larry can drive on it, because Larry's riding summer tires, like I've said 100 times. I have all season tires, and this is exactly why, because my car, it's a Porsche 911, and it's a fast sports car, but I use it as a grand tourer. That's exactly how I use my car. It's a touring car for me. I drive it spiritedly, sure, but I don't do the track days. I don't run max performance out of it all the time. I've got performance mods because there's those, there's a couple times you want to put your foot down, but mostly I try to use my car for practicality and for grand touring. Silence that. So let's get on with it. Leo's gonna take a nap. He didn't sleep that well. Poor guy. When I actually, because of all the dry and dusty conditions and everything, I gave him a little bath last night in the hotel. He's tired. He's stressed out from his bath. That's annoying. Sorry about that. Okay, we're here in Grand Teton National Park. You see the Tetons behind me? Magnificent. It is definitely colder than I expected. It's in the 30s. Leo, what you got to say? Leo's enjoying the cold weather. He likes it. Larry's dealing with something in his car. I think it's work related, not car related. Hey, come here. Leo, Mecca. It is cold. It's not as windy as yesterday, thank God. Look at this. Look at this. Right, Grand Teton National Park. It's an easy loop to do from Jackson. You go from Jackson, you go to Moran Junction, you turn left, and then the road is, I think it's Teton Park Road. I think it's there, turn left again. And if you do it that way, the guy at the hotel actually gave us this piece of advice. He said, if you do it that way, you go to Moran first, and then you turn left at Moran Junction. Then as you're coming down this road, the Tetons just get bigger and bigger and bigger. And he was right. He was dead on. Hit the nail on the head. It's beautiful, beautiful out here. So we're gonna keep going because I'm freezing already, and keep enjoying the view. I'm gonna go in and out of the car. It's freezing. I feel like Austin Powers in the unfreezing process. How do I tell her through the unfreezing process I have no inner monologue? Uh-oh.
the next day.
last leg on the way home. We're about 3 hours from the house. Leo is now behind me. He kept going back and forth, so it made me think he wanted to be behind me on the parcel shelf. So we lowered the seat backs, and so you got the parcel shelf, and then we put his bed there, and he's happy. And I think that was his way of telling me he wanted to sit behind there, because he sits a little higher, he can look out the windows, and he's kind of up on a pedestal. So Leo's more comfortable. I'm more comfortable, not because I don't have his bed next to me, so I have more elbow space. And we're almost home. It's been a great trip. I can tell you, I loved Michelin tires. I had Continentals before, and Continentals have better performance, but ride comfort, noise, hands down the Michelin's. Much better. I like them a lot. GIAC software, so smooth. The engine is so smooth. It is a little bit faster, but just a little bit, not a ton. And I know when me and Larry kind of went at it on some back roads, and we had the exact same car, same engine and everything, I was able to pull away from him and easily leave him from a dead stop, from a roll, from anything. And I attribute that to the GIAC. But
the main point of it is that it's super smooth. On and off throttle, partial throttle, engine response, engine feel, so smooth. It doesn't destabilize the car by all of a sudden accelerating or like feels like the gas got cut off. None of that. So I am very happy with that I got that. But one thing I did wish I had was the engine mounts. We got to figure out where the hell they are and when they're going to get in here, because you can feel it's like a half a second when you take some of these really higher lateral G turns in the mountains. You can feel where like the engine moves independent of the chassis for like a half second, and then you catch it. And I'm used to it, so it's not a big deal. You can actually feel it, and the engine mounts are supposed to eliminate that. And that's what I'm hoping to get. So sorry about the background noise right now. We went from a really smooth road to one it's not bumpy, but it's loud. Switch lanes here. Oh yeah, this lane is much quieter. We'll stay in this lane for now. So great trip. I'm glad we were able to do it, even if we had to change a lot of it. There were some variables that we had no control over. Auto Amateur, I mean, my heart goes out to the guy, because it was his plan, and he originally had the trip scheduled, and we all adjusted for him because he had a death in the family. And then while we were on the trip, we got a damn winter storm weather, so we had to cut the trip short again, modify it, and half the guys went one way and Larry and myself went a different way. So I mean, you can't predict those things. You can't predict the death of the family. You can't predict a winter storm weather in the end of May. It happens, but we were all able to adapt and adjust, and I think everybody had a good time. Everybody was safe. Nobody damaged the car. Nobody got hurt. So we had a great time. Where is he? What are you doing, Leo? I don't know what he's doing back there. I look forward to the next one. I think the next time, though, I might ship my car instead of driving to the starting point. I think that's my plan, is ship it. Unless everybody wants to come to the West Coast, then I'll drive up and down the West Coast anywhere. I don't care. But driving cross country, it's just a big country. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just a very, very big country. So I look forward to the next trip. Love my car. Love it. Can't wait to do this again. Catch you guys later. Back, we made it to Portland.
We did.
Well, we're right outside Portland. What are we, 20 minutes? 20 minutes from downtown. But we made it home. We had a great trip. We clocked probably about 3,000 miles. Larry, you met some new people.
I did.
What do you think about the trip?
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
Epic roads.
Yeah.
Oh man, great cars, great people.
What was your favorite day?
Great trip. Probably the Unicorn Road was my favorite.
The Unicorn
day.
Road. Unicorn Road is in Colorado. It's Colorado number 7. You go from Rifle to Rock Springs.
Rock Springs.
But zoom in on the map, and you take 1364 for maybe 1,000 feet. You turn left on 64, and then you turn right on 7. When 7 tees, and then 7, that's the Unicorn Road. It's about 100, probably about 100 miles. When it tees into US 40, stay on US 40. Don't do what we did. We went off-roading. We didn't know. Google told us, oh, that's a road. Yeah, it was a dirt road. It was ruts. It went through cow farms. I mean, we got so turned around, we ended up going into Utah and then back into Wyoming. So,
but worth every minute of it.
Worth every minute.
That road was unreal.
It was worth it. Yeah, awesome. Glad we had all-wheel drive.
Yeah, it helped.
That helped a lot. So now we're back, and we're ready for the next one. Once we wash our cars, because they're pretty freaking dirty.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
let's see. Let me flip this camera. Is downtown Portland is over there, and where Larry's standing behind us is where we came from. There's Columbia River, and that's Washington on that side and Oregon on that side. What's the name of it? A Vista House. There's the Vista House. You can stand here and get these amazing views. Get these amazing views of the gorge. An amazing view of these machines. This one is extremely dirty. It doesn't show up in video. It looks really good in the video. Thank you. And there's Larry. We had to park there because it is 75 degrees, beautiful, and everybody and their mama came out here. Yep. Leo, what do you think about the trip? Did you have fun on the trip, Leo?
Leo, speak up.
There you go.
Oh,
that's what
there
Leo
it
took.
goes.
Yeah. There's Leo's
it.
answer.
That's right.
That's what Leo thinks about the trip.
That's right. Piss on it.
Piss on it. Piss on it. All right, so now let's haul ass down this road and head that way. Go home. This is Alberto B and Larry, Puerto Rican and
Pedalon.
Puerto Rican Pelon, signing off till the next one. See ya.
Bye.
All right, so there we go. We're almost home. I'm going straight into Portland because that's where I live. Larry lives a little south in one of the suburbs in the south, so he's going to go to the left. I'm going to go to the right. So, Larry, it was a blast. Catch you later.
All right, my crazy Puerto Rican friend. That was an epic adventure. I look forward to the next one.
Leo, where are we? Leo, where are we? Where are we, Leo?
Welcome home.
Welcome home.